Logan Paul has somehow gotten more pathetic. Apparently he wants to box Messi now. You know, the footballer, the guy who is 150 pounds, definitely not in his weight class at all, nor is he a boxer or anyone with any experience fighting at all. Now, after Logan challenged Messi to a fight in a TikTok, Messi's bodyguard actually stepped up and challenged Logan in his place. And suddenly, out of nowhere, Logan is no longer interested, right? After seeing the absolute behemoth ex-Navy SEAL, he got a little shaken, all right? And then he says he doesn't want to fight despite being offered $15 million. So we're just gonna go over the whole situation. There's a lot of back and forth messages they send each other, which is pretty entertaining. Now, quick recap if you didn't know what was going on. Basically, KSI and Logan have a ongoing beef with Messi, all right? Messi has a drink called Moss Plus, which is pretty similar to Prime. So KSI and Logan, being the greedy bastards they are, demanded Messi to cease operation of the business and stop selling Moss Plus because they felt that Messi was copying Prime, and that's very ironic considering these clowns are the same people that made Lunchly, which is a complete ripoff of Lunchables, obviously, by any standard. If you have eyes, you can see it. They even admitted it in several previous videos that it was inspired by Lunchables. Now, in response, Messi actually sued them back over anti-competitive claims, and that's where the beef left off. So let's start with this clip of Logan on TikTok challenging Messi to a fight.
Logan Paul's Prime accused of harassing Messi in drink IP suit. Okay, let me get this straight. Brother, you copied us. Everyone saw it. They saw what you did. Everyone notices it.
It looks exactly like Prime.
Pretty similar.
Identical.
And then we got sued. Hold on, wait, what? This ain't justice, so we countersued. Obviously, if you can't beat the best, you gotta be the best. But that's illegal. That's trademark infringement. We're holding him accountable. And it's harassment, bro. Hey, all jokes aside, I will consider dropping this if Logan Paul versus Messi 2025. I'll see you in the ring, brother.
This guy is so cringe, man. Every time he's on screen, I just have like a visceral response. But anyways, just to reiterate, Messi is 5'7" and 150 pounds, all right? And again, is not a boxer or a fighter at all. So figures Logan would obviously go after someone smaller than him. Now, about the lawsuit itself, we obviously covered it in our world-renowned 50-episode saga of KSI, Logan, and Lunchly, which you can catch on the second channel, obviously. Premieres 8 p.m. yesterday. But basically, there's a lot of like legal jargon there. Like technically, yes, it does look similar, but there's a lot of products that sort of fit that description of looking very similar. And that's kind of the reason KSI and Logan can get away with Lunchly as well when it's very similar to Lunchables. You have to be very specific as to what exact trademark they infringed, what exactly was similar. Was it the font style? Was it the colors, etc., etc.? Now, personally, I don't think they're actually going to win this lawsuit because it's kind of hard to prove in court as well without exposing yourself to a lawsuit as well from Lunchables. So I think they might be looking for like a settlement or some sort of large change of money because, you know, Logan and KSI, the most greedy mother flippers on the planet, they'll take money any place they can, except if you have to beat an actual fighter for it, obviously. So anyways, Messi's bodyguard actually saw this TikTok and decided to respond to Logan's challenge.
What are your thoughts on the Logan Paul calling out Messi for a fight? Who? Logan Paul, like the YouTuber.
Look, Leo, he doesn't know who this guy is. So if he really want to fight, he can fight against me, not against the soccer player.
Yeah, so the funniest thing about this is apparently Messi doesn't even know who Logan Paul actually is. This is just as like a legal team and like everybody around him sort of handling the situation, which is kind of disappointing actually because that means he hasn't been watching the critically acclaimed 5-star series on the More Pegasus channel, the Absolute Omega Saga, obviously. It's over, definitely, for this time. 1 million positive reviews in the comments, obviously. But yeah, Messi's bodyguard has a good point. Like, why are you challenging a freaking footballer? You know, actually go fight someone who actually boxes. But it's not surprising considering his best buddy KSI was also trying to box a footballer just a couple months back. SpongeBob and Patrick obviously licking each other's nuts here, you know, gotta make sure they follow in each other's footsteps. So anyways, Logan decided to respond again, saying that I would totally beat you, bro. I just don't have time for you because you're too irrelevant.
Bro, I heard Messi's bodyguard is talking shit.
Saw that.
He thinks he can take you.
Tell him to get in line, bro. It's an MMA guy who thinks he can box, who thinks he's entitled to victory or attention because he's Messi's bodyguard. I've offered to fly people out before. He doesn't even deserve a fly out. It's like, bro, I'm here in Puerto Rico. If you want to pull up on me in Puerto Rico, you're more than welcome, bro. But when I beat your ass, this is a big when. Not if, when I beat your ass, you gotta drink Prime. You gotta drink Prime.
Okay, first off, I don't think you actually have to fly him out because this is Lionel Messi's bodyguard. I'm fairly certain that he is rich enough to fly himself out, you know? And secondly, he probably doesn't need an airplane. This guy can probably jump to your location, you know? You know, like the death jump from regular show? This guy has that level of aura. But anyways, let's just do some Kowalski analysis here, right? So Logan claims that it is not worth his time because it's Messi's bodyguard who is, you know, not as famous or something like that, right? But now he's being offered $15 million to actually fight him. So definitely worth his time. And I'm sure that Messi would obviously be showing up to the event, watching the fight as well to support the man who protects him 24/7. So the public attention would be insane as well with Messi there. I don't know. I feel like Logan is just a chicken over here when it comes to fighting someone his own size. I mean, he did lose to KSI, so obviously he'd be terrified of this actual Terminator. Anyways, Messi's bodyguard responds again, and he shows some clips of him training.
It's an MMA guy who thinks he can box, who thinks he's entitled to victory or attention because he's Messi's bodyguard.
Said, I need attention. You need attention. You start with this. You start to talk about soccer players, to make a fight with soccer players. So now we're gonna stop talking because I know you are YouTube product. I come from the street. I'm a street product. And people on the street, they don't talk a lot. So now, stop talking. I see you on the ring, man.
Yeah, this guy seems like an absolute beast. I would not mess with this guy either. But honestly, you guys know like the 100 men versus 1 gorilla challenge? This guy could probably 1v1 the gorilla. In fact, they'd need 100 gorillas to take this dude down, bro. He's the type of guy to use your bones as toothpicks. And you've probably seen him in the past if you watch football because this guy's always like running to defend Messi from pitch invaders. Yeah, what an absolute legend, defending Messi in real life and online as well. Like, he's just that level of loyal. Anyways, Logan decided to respond again, and he basically finds an excuse not to fight. He says he's more into wrestling now, and he doesn't want to box right now because he's all in on WWE.
I'm going to say this. Wrestling Twitter, take it away.
Right.
I am available. Seriously. I am available. I have time. I have committed my life to becoming a WWE superstar. I'm not doing other opportunities. I got offered $15 million to fight Messi's bodyguard. Super appetizing, super cool, but I'm a WWE superstar. I'm on a mission right now, and while all that other like cute ancillary stuff works for other people, I'm devoting my life to this. And so like I turned that down, and I'm gonna be the best that I can, and I'm available. So Triple H, Nick Khan, book me.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy this because it's very weird for someone as sociopathically greedy as Logan to ever deny $15 million. Also, keep in mind, this is the guy that ruined his reputation over a couple $1 million because he refused to pay back the Crypto Zoo victim. So he obviously cares about $15 million. I mean, even in the clip, he said it's very appetizing, right? So I don't know why he's dodging the fight here. Probably because it's literally against fucking Tank Man over there. So Logan is shaking in his boots, and he would rather do scripted fights than to actually take on somebody his own size and have a challenge. And I just find it interesting that a couple months ago, this guy was talking the talk online, challenging a footballer to box, but suddenly when it's this guy's turn, I'm too busy. I gotta wrestle, guys. I actually got an appointment with KSI. You know, we gotta jerk each other off at 7 p.m. You know, jerk each other off over our crypto scams. We gotta cuddle together, snuggle under the blankets, suck on each other's nips. So anyways, Messi's bodyguard responds again and calls him a chicken.
But when I beat your ass, is this a big win? Not if, when I beat your ass?
2 moments later.
I got offered $15 million to fight Messi's bodyguard. But I'm a WWE superstar. I'm on a mission right now.
Lolo, listen, stop with your WWE superstar story. Everybody knows you got scared. In Spanish, te cagaste. In French, tu as fait caca. 2 months ago, when you wanted to fight against a football player, you didn't talk about WWE. Now it's getting serious, you try to find excuses. Honestly, who turns down 15 million? And you talk about commitment?
So now you have two options. Keep dancing in the ring with your fake drama, fake drinks, fake lifestyle, or be a man. Save your dignity, sign the contract. Let's give the people a real fight.
Okay, that is an absolute legend right there. He even takes a sip of the Moss Plus as well, just to rub it into Logan's face as well. That I don't know if he's gonna lose this lawsuit or not, but I hope he does. But yeah, this guy's goated, man. He like Logan passing up $15 million for this just doesn't make any sense. He is literally the greediest guy on the planet. So I think he's just scared. I think he was all talk over there. And if you watch the second channel, you know what's going on right now with Logan suing CoffeeZilla, and those texts got leaked of him saying that I'm basically suing him to make his life difficult. Just a complete scumbag. But anyways, that's all we got. Click this video or you have to drink Prime for the rest of your life. Literally no more water, just radioactive sewage water. Also follow me on Instagram. I realized I haven't promoted my socials in 3 freaking years. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.